welcome back. I hope the kids went back to school just fine. I know for us it was bittersweet, obviously. Kids are getting older. It's, they're not going to be young forever kind of thing. But here we are, and we're back with Milton Daily Homes. We have 10 listings today. It's going to be a short week, obviously because of yesterday being a holiday. And then Friday, we're actually heading to a wedding. So only 3 episodes this week. Today, 10 listings. It'd be interesting to see how the listing inventory is going to change in September. Usually we expect things to go up, and on the other side, what we've seen is inventory has kind of leveled off back to normal, but the sales have kind of been a little bit quieter than they usually are year to date. So if those sales come up and the inventory stays down, we're going to start to see that things are not going to be as crazy as the spring, but it'll be a little more intense. Plus, there's the threat of rising interest rates. And I think all that stuff together signals to me that there may be some opportunities out there right now that may not be around in the future. No one has a crystal ball, but that's my read right now. Now, as I'm saying that, there appears to be a race to the bottom for townhouses right now. It's like everyone that comes out seems to be kind of jockeying for the lowest price position. And so this one here on Bundy is at $549,900. About a month and a half ago, we saw one on McDermott. Same model as this with a finished basement, very similar finishes, sell for $552,000. Now, they're holding back on offers on this one. And I don't know if this one's drastically enough underpriced that they would kind of get that traction and that momentum. I think holding back right now almost holds buyers back because they go, look, I'm not competing. I don't need to compete. I know how things are working now. So with a word of caution, I say to everyone, look, if you're going to hold back on offers, you got to really, really underball it or lowball it or whatever it is. If you're just kind of there, it's not going to work. It's actually going to push people away from you, is my read on the situation. So 1130 square feet, 1 full bathroom upstairs, and then you've got your finished basement. So it's not bad, right? Bundy's a nice quiet street, and the price looks good. I just don't think they're going to sell this one for way over. There may even be a chance at this price that maybe no one shows up on offer night. It's in that kind of middle territory where it could go either way. Now, I'm going out of order here, but Ontario Street North, the big nice thing about this one, there's a lot of work to be done inside. However, it's a 4-bedroom. And, even people say to me, I'm going to have to put a kitchen in, that's $20,000. Not really. You put an IKEA kitchen in, you're probably a little over $100 per linear foot. So just measure all the walls and say how much is that, plus appliances, countertops, which are not expensive for a kind of a laminate counter. Obviously, if you do a Caesar stone or a granite, different story. But you can go a long way with a kitchen, especially if you do a little bit of the work yourself. You could go a long way with $10,000. There is also a mortgage product called Purchase Plus Improvements. And so what you can do is you can say to the bank, look, I negotiated a $430,000 on this home, and I want to put $20,000 into it. And so you get quotes, right? You have to submit those. And then the bank, what they'll do is they'll lend you, if you qualify for it, up to $450,000, and then have almost a line of credit that's created, kind of, where there's $20,000. So as you submit your receipts, you get paid the balance. You could actually pay things on credit card, submit the receipts, then get the payment, pay the credit card off. So there's some really cool things you can do with a home that it's like, I like it. I like the fact that this one's 4 bedrooms. It's by far the cheapest way to get 4 bedrooms right now. So you can get 4 bedrooms, but if there's some work to be done, you could still float this with something like a Purchase Plus Improvements if you didn't want to spend $20,000 cash or $10,000 cash out of your pocket and out of your down payment, if you'd rather have that rolled into a mortgage. And I understand it's going to cost more long term, but rates aren't crazy right now. And if it improves your cash position, for some people, that's a big win. So comparative value is important when you're pricing any home, right? So you got this one on Farmstead here, 1938 square feet, 4-bedroom detached home for $739,000. So Beacham says, hey, I got a great idea. I'm going to price my townhouse, which is smaller. It's actually a Tilbury End. It's smaller than 1,900 square feet. If you Google Tilbury End, you're going to see that the square footage is different. Anyway, the end unit townhouse is not worth the same as a detached home. It's just not. So for $749, $10,000 more than the other one. I think if you're looking at listing a home, most agents just look at the sales. And so the sales are today minus. It's backwards. It's history. It doesn't exist. You have to look at your competition too. You got to look at the market and say, hey, you know what? This home is better than me, and they're listed for the same price or less. So I need to adjust my strategy regardless of what the previous stuff said. This is today. This is buyers or comparison shoppers. And they look at stuff like that. And I think as long as the other one's listed, I get Farmstead's busier, this one's quieter court, newer, all the rest. I get the comparison. But the point is, these guys are getting their butt kicked by Farmstead. There's no way around it. Now, Anderson is one of my favorite streets in town. This one's kind of been lingering around. What I was talking about before, I think that there's a big opportunity to get in on a street like this right now, because townhouses may have lost a little bit of value. These ones have come down a lot. They were approaching like where almost everything was worth $1 million. And so we've seen that the spread is not as much as it used to be. So it's closer now than I think it would have been for a lot of people if they have a townhouse or a semi. Almost everybody who buys these homes is living in New Milton right now and wants more lot. They want kind of tree-lined streets and all that kind of stuff. So inside the house, they've done some work. You got to be careful with a home like this, just because there's two kinds of flips. There's one where the person did it to live in and plans change. Those are probably 25% of them. The other 75%, when you see them all redone and vacant, are just not great, right? And if you look close, you're going to see that there's a lot of issues with them. There's also quite a stark difference between this pool, which is green, and that one, which is blue. So I understand liners make up something, but I hope that pool looks healthy, because it kind of, I don't know, it's hard to say. Anderson, one of my favorite streets in town. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the list. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We have a buyer class coming up, not this Thursday, but the next Thursday. And if you're interested, just go to miltonbuyerclass.com. Have a great day.